Dash cams are illegal. Hey, this is tomvanpope. Hope you've been well. This is it, the final episode of 9 countries in 9 days, where we drive down from Sweden to Portugal in my Land Cruiser Prado 120 series. And today the plan is to arrive in the city of Coimbra and reunite with family. We start today's journey in northern Spain, in the city of Ponferrada. Surrounded by beautiful scenery, we spot more Land Cruisers, dodge an ambulance, and review some very questionable highway coffee. Find out how many kilometers we've driven and hop in to enjoy this last day of the journey. It's not amazing, but hello and good morning. We are on the move. We are exiting Ponferrada, a quaint city that I haven't seen much of. But the hotel was nice. The breakfast was delicious. Again, the typical COVID-19 measures were in place, where there are some waiters who are preparing the breakfast that you want. So you can basically choose. It's the same setup as we had at the previous hotel, where you have a buffet and you can just choose what you want, and then they make a plate or multiple plates for you. It's always nice to have the car parked in the garage, because it just gives this extra sense of safety. Of course, being in a garage is not a guarantee for nothing bad happening, but at least it lowers the chances. I wanted to say, I thought we officially got rid of those tiny insects that we picked up in Lourdes, but I spotted one on the ceiling of the car. We have about 4 hours to go today to our final destination of Coimbra in Portugal. So we're still in Spain at the moment. Actually pretty high up. If I just check the altitude, 700 meters still. So I think we're gonna do a fair amount of downhill highway driving.
There will be some issue in the border crossing, where there will be police in the during the border crossing doing something.
I mean, we've been very lucky so far, no issues, knock on wood. Good thing this car has some wooden details. There are no stops, no pullovers, no inspections. Not that we have anything to hide, but you know, it can often take a long time. They want to see all sorts of paperwork. Maybe we don't have the exact thing that they want, even though, I mean, we have insurance paper, we have registration, we have our licenses, it's all good, but you know, you never know. Now with COVID, so far we've seen a lot of patrols. I don't know if you guys remember in the second episode when we crossed the border with Germany, coming from Denmark. There was a huge queue of cars, huge line of cars waiting at the highway border crossing, where the Danish police was having some kind of COVID inspection center. I'm not sure what that was all about, and maybe we can circumvent that, because it looked like a very long traffic jam of at least an hour or so. So We've taken different border crossings on smaller roads in the past between Germany and Denmark, and they've been the same. They've been very thorough and pretty close. Didn't feel very European Union-like, as it should be. Free flow of goods and people and traffic. So that's probably what's ahead of us. Now what's ahead of us at the moment
It's a rainbow.
is another rainbow. We're greeted with rainbows here in Spain. So we will be crossing the border close to the town or city of Chaves, and from there on we'll make our way south to Villarreal, Lamego, Iseo, and then Coimbra.
We're going to enter Coimbra through the IP3. Not ideal.
Yes.
That's what it is.
What's the IP3 exactly?
It's a very dangerous road where a lot of people die every year.
What makes it so dangerous?
The fact that it's basically disguised mountain road that has 3 lanes, not a lot of protection, and a lot of crazy drivers doing very dangerous things.
So does it alternate between 2 lanes
Yeah.
going either way?
Yep.
So you have those people trying to squeeze in at the last bit.
Yep. And a lot of tight curves to add to the mix.
Okay, so not looking forward to IP3 then, the last bit of our journey. So we gotta stay focused and sharp. So far the autovia here in Spain has been really good. I've been enjoying driving through Spain, and I'll definitely see myself coming back here. So instead of an A road, it's asking us to go onto an N road again for some weird reason. I guess that's the quickest way to Portugal. Yeah, there's some mining industry I feel still. I mean, it's not gold mining, that's for sure, but there's a company here called Cosmos Cement. Yeah, so there's a cement quarry here. And at the hotel I already saw some photography on the wall in the breakfast room with mining and quarry pictures. So I think that's the bread and butter of this area. It's the cement. It's kind of interesting that almost 2 millennia after the Romans came here to mine gold, that mining is still such an important part of this area. Transport belt across the road here. We just filled up the car at a Repsol gas station, very common gas station here in Spain. I think we paid around €1.31 for 98 unleaded gasoline, which is a decent price. We've seen cheaper here. I'm not really sure what today's journey will bring. I haven't really prepared for this last bit, since it's just reaching Coimbra. That's the most important thing, which by itself of course is a beautiful historical city, known for its university and student traditions, the law faculty. Wow, actually this is still a really nice route. Wow.
Las Medulas are just around the corner.
Yeah. Whoa.
Oh, we're entering Galicia.
We are now in Galicia. I think the one thing that I'm missing in the Land Cruiser is actually a good in-car entertainment system. Initially, I really enjoyed the infotainment system here in the Land Cruiser 120 2006. I kind of enjoyed it in a nostalgic way. It reminded me of SimCity on Windows 3.11. I'm kind of missing the convenience of Spotify or YouTube Music.
Just get the
Aftermarket.
aux cable.
I don't know if this car has a audio in. Actually, I haven't researched that. It doesn't have an audio in on the front. Maybe there's an auxiliary port close to where the navigation system is sitting that we can use. And I have seen some aftermarket units that create a kind of iPad layout portrait mode screen in the middle. Even though I don't want to mess things up too much here, I kind of like cars staying the way that they were originally designed. Even on that little bit about the infotainment system not offering music streaming, I think that's the biggest complaint I have, but that can be fixed. So if you have any tips or any experience with aftermarket infotainment systems for Land Cruisers Prado 120, GX 470, then it would be really great if you could leave a comment down below and let me know your experience, so maybe I can consider that for this vehicle as well, doing that upgrade.
Is that an ambulance?
Why? Which one? Yes. So the tricky thing when going on road trips like this is planning the route. Like currently we're being sent along a lot of N roads, which is not exactly very quick, even though like this is a 90 road, it's fine. We're kind of at the mercy of Google Maps in this case to navigate us the quickest route. We can of course use other apps as well to navigate, like Waze, which is by the way also owned by Google now, I think. And there is another Land Cruiser. Hello! Of course, if you're unsure about the route, it's possible to try out different apps, see if they're all suggesting the same thing. Alright, we're just looking at the outcome of Waze versus Google Maps, and they're actually suggesting different routes. Waze is suggesting us to go via Porto and the A1, which is a long toll road. It's the main highway going from Porto to Lisbon. But I also just learned this car is probably not considered a regular passenger vehicle for the toll system, but it's actually considered
One of them. That's what
monovlume. Sounds like a body part, but it's actually a larger vehicle, I guess, a larger vehicle class, costing a bit more, as opposed to paying close to 20 euros in toll and covering a larger distance. I think we should stick with what Google Maps is telling us, which is the Viseu route, passing by Villarreal, then Viseu, and then down to Coimbra. It's 30 kilometers shorter and less tolls. So let's do that one. Let's stick with the original route. had
like
here.
the Las Medulas.
Yeah,
again.
it does.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is another open mine.
True. It looks very similar the way that
Yeah, it does.
this river dry.
Turn left onto the ramp.
So it seems like we've done a detour. Doesn't it?
Feels like it. We're back on the Autovia. So we can hammer it again. So unfortunately in Portugal dash cams are illegal, so I'll have to remove it because we don't want to get pulled over for such a small petty thing as using a dash cam. It's unfortunate, but she's gotta go. Whoa! There's a 911. Okay, I'm going to try and remove it. Unfortunately, this guy illegal in Portugal. But yeah, we're back to the good old-fashioned rear view mirror. And we're getting very close to the Portuguese border, so right on time. This one's going into storage now. Yeah, so apparently the reason why dash cams are not allowed in Portugal has a little bit to do with corruption. The fact that people who commit crimes or traffic violations will then be able to be more easily caught.
Not just that, imagine that you're driving with your mistress. You might be upsetting the order of the family. It's still very kind of like from the dictatorship period.
But if you didn't catch that, imagine you're driving with your mistress and you're caught on a dash cam. That would upset the family, the family order, which originates as a thought from the period when Portugal had a dictator. Are we? Yes, there we are. Woohoo!
You crossed the border.
We made it to country number 9.
There will be those nasty electronic.
Okay,
Oh, we have to actually,
foreigners.
yeah, we have to take the next exit. As foreigners.
What does it say? It says vehicles, estrangeiros, foreigners, 500 meters, stay right. And use Visa card or MasterCard. Oh, we can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, estrangeiros. Easy tool. Want to use my card?
Cercar tarjeta. Remover cartão. Remove card. Retirar talão.
Obrigada.
Have a nice trip.
You too.
Okay, we're officially in Portugal and we are wished a nice trip by the electronic lady.
Like the pause was very funny.
Have a nice trip. I think it's the same lady that I hear at the railway stations, subway stations. She is the voice of Portugal. You know, dash cams may not be allowed, but action cams are allowed. They're not illegal, so this is a creative way of dealing with the no dash cam allowed policy.
Well, we have another toll gate here,
Oh, we do? Okay, yeah.
and we are class 2. Yeah, yeah. We're
Class 2
2.
is buses. Seems bad.
We will be Texas class 2.
Okay.
Apparently, we have 151 kilometers on this highway.
Wow. We are about halfway, actually crossed the halfway point, close to Villarreal. Lunch break close to Villarreal, and what better way to do it than with leftover pizza from yesterday. Enjoy! Alright, Portuguese highway stop coffee. It's in these typical small plastic cups that I actually haven't really been missing much. This is known as a large coffee in Portugal. I'm not kidding. This is a large coffee, and I asked the lady I said the magic word abatanado, which is a term that not everyone understands. It's basically watered down coffee. When you order it, most Portuguese people kind of like grumble a little bit. They're annoyed with you. Why? It's because their coffee machines are made for espresso. So the time it takes to make this one is so long. It takes at least 5 times the time that it takes to make a normal coffee. So they're just waiting there, looking at the coffee, pouring into the small plastic cup. For a minute, at least a full minute, it takes to very slowly fill this cup. Okay, now that we have it, yeah, I mean it's Portuguese coffee. It's very typical. There's really great Portuguese coffee, and
This is little coffee.
then you have this.
I think my mom calls this macro coffee. I go to macro, buy the cheapest coffee
Yeah.
lot, and then
It's cold coffee. It looks like coffee, but that's pretty much,
tastes like the water from washing dishes.
yeah. It tastes a little bit burnt, it's bitter,
Tastes like water.
tastes like what? Yeah, it's pretty bad, to be honest. But yeah, we need our caffeine. At least I do.
How much did you pay for
I
it?
need my snacks as well. The coffee was 90 cents each. Highway coffee, 90 cents. I mean, that's not a lot of money.
Well,
of course.
but you got what you paid for.
You'll never imagine what happened to me when I gave her a €2 coin. She gave me back 20 cents using single euro cents. That's right. 10 cent coins or 20 cent coins are apparently very rare here in this region. So I got treated to a collection of €1 cents, 20 of them. Why?
She was just trolling you. The thing is that the bank, they don't accept Eurocent coins, so they have to get rid of them. So what better way of getting rid of Eurocent coins than offloading them to an unsuspecting tourist?
Yep.
They probably spend their time where no one is here, which is probably quite often, prepackaging the Eurocent coins in kind of like 10 batches so that they can give them as change.
Oh my god. That's just terrible. Well, thanks Rest Stop Villarreal for providing us with this culinary experience.
We're in Portugal.
Let's go. I'm all fueled up now. How's it feeling?
Like I have been here yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's exactly the same. You can already see Forum Coimbra.
Yeah. The shopping cathedral. We just arrived, about to park the car. It has taken us how many kilometers? 4,834 kilometers. And we're finally here. It's a pretty narrow driveway, but let's see if we can fit the Land Cruiser in there. Yeah. We're here. I just said it. Let me have a look again. 4,834.